Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is May 8th, 2025. For my Catholic friends out there, hey, congratulations. You apparently have a new pope. My phone didn't ring, so he's apparently not a Northern Baptist from Michigan. I will keep my disappointment to a minimum. We are in the Old Testament book of Psalms. Now, before we get there, we haven't done this in a while. What am I reading from? What am I using? I'm using a daily Bible reading plan, which is a good way to read your Bible. This one comes out of the ESV Bible. Usually, if you got an ESV study Bible, it's in the back of there. Crosway puts it in a few of their other Bibles. Sometimes they don't, but if you search for ESV Daily Bible Reading Plan, you'll find this. And what I like about this is it gives us 4 readings, about 4 chapters a day from 4 different parts of my Bible, which is a really good way to read your Bibles. Most of us want to sit down and say, well, I'm going to start on page 1, I'm going to read all the way through, and that works pretty good. Yeah, Genesis is pretty exciting, Exodus is kind of exciting, and then Leviticus is laws and this, and then you get to Numbers and it's names and names and names, and we start to get bored and we quit. So by pulling from 4 different areas, hey, you know what, I might have a boring chapter today, but then I'm reading about maybe Saul and David fighting the Philistines, and I'm reading a psalm, and I'm reading a gospel message. So it varies it a little bit more. Let's see, if you were here way back in 2022, we read the Gospels and Epistles. 2023 we read Pentateuch and the History of Israel. 2024 we did Chronicles and Prophets, and this year we're doing Psalms and the Wisdom Literature in this guide. Psalm 150 is May 31st, so in June we're going to switch over to Proverbs. When Proverbs is done about June 27, we'll do Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes is going to take us through to July 20th. Then we're going to do Song of Songs, July 21st, and that ends on August 2nd. And then this reading plan wants me to go back through Psalms again, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to switch on August 3rd to the Gospel plan, which is putting us in Hebrews. And we're going to kind of end at Hebrews. Well, I don't know if we'll do that because that's the middle of Hebrews, but on August 6th, we start Mark 1, 1 Peter, 2 Peter, Luke, Luke, James. James, we're going to go to John to 1 John, 2 John, 3 John, Jude, and then we'll finish the year off with Revelation. And then if you've been here since the beginning, you've read your Bible a little over 4 times. If you've just been here for a year and you follow this plan, you would have read it once. If you're just following these lessons and you've been here a year, well, you got about a quarter of your Bible done, maybe even a little more than that, a third of it. If you've only been here a day or 2, hey, that's awesome too. You know what? Reading your Bible is a habit, and the habit starts with picking it up on day 1 and reading it, pick it up on day 2 and read a little more, day 3 a little more, day 4 a little more, day 5 a little more, and now it's a habit. Now you're reaching for your Bible. At least that's the plan. All right. So where are we? We are in Psalms. As I said, we are going to do Psalm 127. Laboring and prospering with the Lord, a song of ascents of Solomon. So this is one of our first Psalms we've seen that Solomon is credited as the writer. We usually associate him more with Proverbs. Again, song of ascents. What does that mean? Well, we have Mount Zion, and Jerusalem's on top of Mount Zion, so you have to go uphill to get to Jerusalem. So us as pilgrims on our way to Jerusalem, climbing the mountain, we would sing these psalms to encourage us and to get us in that frame of mind that we're going to see God. So what is this one about? Well, this one's about family, and the Lord built a house, and we're part of his family, and that's the importance of considering ourselves part of that family, that we're sons and daughters of God, and that we're spreading that to our families, and that's why we're making this pilgrimage to Jerusalem. So let's continue up the hill. Psalm 127. Unless the Lord builds the house, they labor in vain who build it. Unless the Lord guards the city, the watchman stays awake in vain. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he gives his beloved sleep. Behold, children are a heritage from the Lord. The fruit of the womb is a reward. Like arrows in the hand of a warrior, so are the children of one's youth. Happy is the man who has his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but shall speak with their enemies in the gate. May God bless the reading of his word. May God bless you. Bye.